pedal nerds. And you must be if you're here again looking at a video. If this doesn't apply to you and you haven't been here, well, that means please come back, hit the subscribe button underneath. You know how freaking YouTube works. You know, I was gonna say you're not stupid. But you know what? Not everyone knows everything. I had a student here earlier, a bass student, and I was gonna play some Guns N' Roses with him. He's like, what is Guns N' Roses? That kid is 17 years old. He's never heard Paradise City or Sweet Child of Mine. How freaking old am I, or what is it? I don't know. I was kind of shocked there. So we played Sweet Child of Mine on bass. I'm here. I've had a rough, like a dog. Rough. Long day, and it's freaking hot. I really apologize for the sweatiness. And I look like a sweaty hobo to the guys at TC Electronic. Then again, I was chatting with someone through Skype earlier in Denmark, and he was sweating too, so I'm pretty sure they know it's a hot day. We're looking at the dark matter. Dark matter. What do you do with dark matter? It's a distortion pedal, and you've heard the track. I mean, I gotta do it. It's a pedal to the metal, and what you do with it is metal. Not only you can do a lot of stuff with it, but come on, it's freaking black. You want to do metal with it. I'm looking at the microphone as if you're in the microphone. Are you in there? So, let's test that shit. It arrived today, and I gotta give it to my student Peter on Tuesday, so I had to do the quickest demo I've ever done. I hope I didn't cut any corners. So, let's see. The setup, Quenzel, you can't see this. Well, I've got enough freaking cameras here. Quenzel Custom Guitars M3, which is now, of course, the M4, because it's not just Marcus's Maple Monster, it's Marcus's Metal Maple Monster. It's 4 M's. I'm playing that, let's go straight to the source, with this. It's a Timbertones, some kind of wood pickup. Timbertones, way to go, check them out, link is in the description. And this guitar, of course, like it had this morning and yesterday and the day before, has pickups by Bob Gabriel. 4 Seasons pickups right here. Well, they look like any other pickup right now. But he does really cool stuff, really cool tops and finishes, but also they sound freaking good because they're completely hand-wound custom. And that's going into the dark matter by my friends from TC Electronics, which is then going into the Strymon Dig from my friends from Strymon. Because my TC Alter Ego V2 is still on the way, so I'm using that. Please forgive me. And that's going into their Danish friends from Carl Martin. It's the Carl Martin Custom Shop 50. Can you see that over there? Yes. Very boutique amp, very cool. And that's going into the 212 cab, loaded with vintage 30s. And in front of that, so I hear myself really well, is the D-Flex. Can you see that? 2 D-Flexes for my friend Huvi. And so they make sure that here I hear the sound the way I'm supposed to hear the sound. Just, you know, pretty much always being in the perfect position. That is really cool. Oh, gotta thank my guys from Yankee. This is all just a thank you thing. And, you know, Yankee Power Supplies. Polish guys that make the most powerful power supplies on the market. And if you're wondering how is the dark matter being powered if I'm holding the power supply, this is the baby. This is the 8 out with many milliamps. Over there is the HSM, I think, 24, HSM 24. It's got 16 outputs. It is literally the most powerful power supply in the world. There'll be videos about it at a later date. So that's how it's powered. Very stable and solid power. To avoid using a power supply, I tried using a battery. I tried using 4. Sorry, TC Electronic, none of them worked. There's something wrong with the battery clip. Not a big deal because most of us use pluggy power, okay? But it flickered very shortly and I had a red light and then it was gone. I had a red red light! Something red light. The police, I don't know. And, yeah, so, gone. Oh, my screen wants to turn off. Something wrong with the power. I personally don't care. Maybe Peter does, then we have to send it back to Thomann, and they will replace it because they're cool like that. God, I'm sweating. So, clean sound. Sounds like this. Don't know if we're going to test it with single coils, but in case you see me push this button, which is the tone knob, of course, we're in single coil mode. So, there's your sound, and we're going to see how we can destroy that with distortion. Distortion. We're going to leave bass and treble in the middle. Oh, I forgot to put on a looper so I can twist things. Well, I'll try with it. Damn it! No, I forgot something. I'll try without. It does low gain! It does low gain! For my friends in America, if it did row gain, I'd have hair. Huh? God, that was a fucking lame joke. Very nice low gain for a distortion pedal. Holy fuck crap. This is fun! Seriously, okay? Very nicely done on the EQ section, I gotta say this. I could dial in a little bit duller sound, the bass doesn't overdo the bass at all. Holy crap, TC, how do you all of a sudden... Well, have you always known analog? I thought you guys know digital stuff. That's a good distortion pedal. Wow, that's transparent up the wazoo. Oh man, I have 300 pedals and this isn't mine and now I want to buy one. What the? I can't possibly buy another distortion pedal. Fuck. Everything just is there. You can't play anything that it doesn't want. I don't know how to do this. I'll try anyway. Let's try some delay in lead sounds. Get them a little bit more bite for those bitey lead sounds. If I was okay, I gotta practice that one again. Holy shit, and can I do this? Let's try this in Goodly. Really, in alternate picking, that's not too easy. And I've never really practiced it, and I have excuses, as you can tell. Holy shit! Single coil. Let's go a little bit more low gain. Fuck this! Yeah, here's my 2 cents, but I think you know what I'm gonna say. Hello. So I think you know what I'm gonna say about this. What do you think? That's what I thought. The Dark Knight, no, wait. The Dark Matter from TC Electronic. I just got it today. Usually I want to spend about a month with the pedal before I do a review. Before I do a review, so that I really know how to play it, present it best, know its downfalls, and know what to avoid or what to point out in a review. This thing just... You heard me play it. It just worked. Let's talk about pricing. Right now, I don't know how long, whatever, 49 bucks. I think it used to be 120, 130 worldwide. Right now, 49. I saw it at Sweetwater for 49, saw it at Thomann for 49, and I heard, who did I hear that from? Someone posted that on the Mojo demo. Apparently this price was actually set by TC, because TC said, if this rumor is true, that the market is so full with overdrives and distortions, and how to set yourself apart. Well, you guys did it. You set yourself apart by delivering a very flexible, very usable, immediately inspiring pedal in high quality for a price that you usually can only buy Chinese imported pedals at. I'll go through a couple of things that I went through on the Mojo. I love the fact that the milliamps are written here. This is not normal, okay? They're clever, TC Electronic right there and here, because most people see it on stage from the front, and this is good advertising. But that's not benefit to you, that's benefit to TC Electronic. They should pay you to play this pedal. 40 milliamps, that is very cool that it says that here, so that you always know how much many more pedals you can put in your chain if you're daisy chaining them. The front is cool. The bass and treble, that's nice. It's not just a tone knob, it's a dual band EQ. That's very usable, as you've seen. Nothing is even all the way cranked up way too much, and it's even so that I'd rather take the treble down a bit to make it smoother, as you've heard. They have notches in the middle. In German, it's a Mittenrastung. Da ist eine Mittenrastung drin. In Deutsch. Everything sounds so harsh in German. There's a notch, you know, a beautiful notch. So in the middle, you kind of feel where it is, and it sits there. And then it's flat, no EQ. Oh man, I completely forgot to use the voice knob. Well, to be completely honest, it says it does like a British or something voicing. When I played around with it earlier, I didn't really hear the biggest difference, so it's not really big omission that I didn't switch the voice knob. Gain, you heard it, from a low gain kind of overdrivey sound to a not too much high gain. It's not the ultra gain pedal, but it's absolutely enough to do most styles beautifully. I love they call it a hammerhead shape. Hammerhead shape. Love that. Cool kind of metallic look. Love the short feet. They are rubber, so it actually sits on any surface without slipping, which is great. But they're so short that it's not a problem to put Velcro on it, and leaving the feet on there, so once you remove the Velcro, you can still use the rubber. That's engineering. Those Danish freaks know what they're doing. You can open this very easily when you have a coin, get to the battery, which is great. Sadly, on this one, the battery didn't work. Now, we might want to fix that, meaning this is probably just a dud. But I don't think the batteries were the problem. I used 4 different ones, different brands. So we might send this back to Thomann and get another one. Maybe TC wants to get me a Dark Matter. No. I might actually consider buying this. It's ridiculous. I have so many distortion pedals, but did not just every setting sound divine? I thought it sounded great. If this was 100, it would be steel. If it was 150, no complaints from me. There's enough pedals out there that are more, and I have some of them. I've tested a lot of them, and don't deliver what this delivers. For 49, every guitar player should have this. I think. No, I'm not kidding. I am. Do you think I can fake this kind of enthusiasm? I'd be a freaking cool actor, huh? Dark Matter, TC Electronic. What do you think? That's what I'm thinking. I give it to him, he can play with it. See you guys.